Hi, my name is Megan and I am a research assistant in the Children's Participation and Environment Research Laboratory at Colorado State University in Fort Collins, Colorado. I am going to describe and read to you the informed consent for a study called Testing a New Questionnaire of Young Children's Participation and Environment. The Children's Participation and Environment Research Laboratory where I work is directed by Dr. Mary Catani. She is an assistant professor in the Occupational Therapy Department at Colorado State University. If you have any questions about this study that I'm about to describe or about the CPERL lab in general, you can contact Dr. Mary Catani. Her phone number is 970-491-6349. Her email is Mary, M-A-R-Y, .Catani, which is spelled K-H-E-T-A-N-I, at colostate, colostate.edu. You can also find out more about our lab through our website and can contact us through this website. It is www.cperl.colostate.edu. To begin describing and reading the informed consent for our new study, I will first describe what our goal and the background for this study is. Nearly 15% of people worldwide live with a disability. Beginning in early childhood, children with disabilities can learn new skills to perform daily tasks, but we know very little about how and when to change their home, daycare, preschool, and community environments. This is so that they can fully participate in everyday activities. A big question that we can't yet answer is how much does a child's ability to perform a daily task as compared to the support of their environment impact a child's participation in activities? So for the past 5 years, we have worked with parents to make a new questionnaire called the Young Children's Participation and Environment Measure, which is also called the YC-PEM. The goal of the YC-PEM is to help professionals like us understand how parents or guardians like you think about the places and people that impact your child's health in daily life. We are now ready for parents and legal guardians to complete the YC-PEM so that we can know if it's a good way to get information about when, where, and why young children struggle to participate in home, daycare, preschool, and community activities. You are eligible to participate in this study if you are a parent or legal guardian who is at least 18 years of age and can read and write English and has a child between the ages of 0 and 5 years and 11 months. Now I will describe what you will be asked to do as a participant in this research study. There are 3 main parts to this study. For part 1, you will be asked to fill out 3 questionnaires. The first questionnaire is a survey about your family background, and it has about 30 questions pertaining to you, your child, and your family's background. The second questionnaire is the YC-PEM. It has about 27 questions about your child's participation in home, daycare, school, and community environments. The third questionnaire for part 1 of this study is called the Chief CP. It has about 10 questions about things in the environment that impact your child's health. For this first part of the study, where you fill out these 3 questionnaires, you will do this online through the study's website. And this is also where you'll be completing the consent to participate. After you proceed past the consent and complete the first 3 questionnaires online, you will be able to type in your contact information, your phone and your email address, and your availability over the next week if you wish to complete part 2 of this study. For part 2, we will call you to complete something called the PettyCat, which is a questionnaire conducted by the telephone. The PEDICAT asks about your child's ability to perform certain tasks. We will ask you questions, you will give us your answers, and then we will record your answers on an iPad mini, which is like a small handheld computer. This small computer will be able to save your answers. We will also audio tape the phone conversation so that we can double check our scoring of each telephone interview. After completing the telephone interview, which asks about the PEDICAT, we will ask if you wish to sign up for the last part of this study, which is part 3. For part 3, you will log back into the study's website by yourself to complete the YC-PEM again online within a 2 to 4 week period. Before you leave the study website after part 1, you will be asked to provide your full mailing address where you wish to receive your payment for parts 1, 2, and/or 3 of this study. Again, you will be audio taped during the phone interview so that we can double check our scoring. Now I will list the reasons why you should not take part in this study. You should not take part in this study if you are under 18 years old, if you do not read or write English, if you are not the parent or legal guardian of a young child, or if your child is 6 years or older. Now I will describe the risks to participating in this study. You may experience discomfort in answering questions about your child's abilities and how often and how much he or she participates if you are not satisfied with his or her participation. You may also get tired when filling out the questionnaires or completing the phone interview. We have tried to minimize risks by reminding you to take a 2 to 3 minute break after each of the first 2 questionnaires, which are done online, and after each section of the 3rd questionnaire, the YC-PEM, which is also completed online. You can also take a short rest at each 10-minute interval during the phone interview or part 2 of this study. There are no direct benefits to you for participating in this study, but we hope that you will benefit by feeling a sense of satisfaction for helping us test a new questionnaire that can be used to help parents like you support their young children's health in daily life. Your participation in this research is completely voluntary. If you decide to participate, you may stop participating at any time without penalty or loss of benefits to which you are otherwise entitled. This study does not ask for your child's participation directly. Now I will describe who will see the information that you give in your participation in this study. We have set up a password-protected website for you to use so that all information you give us in the 3 parts of this study will be kept together and confidential. We will use a unique identification number or ID for each participant. The ID will be established when you create your user account to first enter the study website. We will use the same ID number when you create your user account and when you audio file for your telephone interview recording and PEDICAT score report if you participate in part 2. Similarly, the same ID number will also be used to label your responses if you participate in part 3, which is the retest portion of the study where you will be taking the YC-PEM online again. Mary Katani and her research staff will monitor study progress, schedule phone interviews, enter PEDICAT data, and track participant payment using the administrative portion of the study website that they will access to use via username and password. Once all data are collected, we will be issued a new data set with new ID codes. We will keep the linked file and all supplementary materials, including audio files, in a secure location for 5 years. After this period, all information will be destroyed. Your information will be combined with information from others taking part in the study. When we write about this study to share it with other researchers, you will not be identified in the materials. When we publish the results of this study, we will use data from the entire study group that would not include identifying information from participants. Beyond sharing our results with researchers and professionals, we will make every effort to prevent anyone who is not on the research team from knowing that you gave us information or what that information is. You should know that there are some circumstances in which we may have to show your information to other people. For example, the law may require us to show your information to a court. Now I will describe the costs for your participation. The only costs you may have from this study are possible internet and phone charges. We think it will take approximately 40 to 45 minutes to complete the first 3 questionnaires during part 1 of this study, an additional 15 to 20 minutes to complete the telephone interview or part 2 of this study, and another 20 minutes to complete the retest portion of this study, which is part 3. Colorado State University is a Colorado governmental agency. Laws govern what the university can pay for. If you get hurt because of this study, the university may not be able to pay your doctor's costs. You might have to pay for them yourself. Now I will describe compensation for participating in this study. We will send you $10 for completion of part 1 of the study, an additional $10 for completion of part 2 of the study, the Petticat or the telephone interview, and an additional $20 for completing part 3 of this study, which is the retest portion. You will be compensated for the entire amount, regardless of how many responses you provide for parts 1, 2, or 3 of the study. Also, please know that your identity or record of receiving compensation, not your data, may be made available to Colorado State University officials for financial audits. Compensation is provided via mail, which is why we ask for your full mailing address after part 1 of the study online. If you have any questions, please ask those questions, any question that you have, by contacting Dr. Mary Catani at 970-491-6349, or through email at mary.catani@colostate.edu, or you can contact the CPERL lab, and the phone number for that is 970-491-1175. If you have any questions about you or your child's rights as a volunteer in the research, although your child is not directly participating, you can contact Janelle Barker, who is in the Regulatory Compliance Office at Colorado State University, and her number is 970-491-1655. This consent form was approved by the CSU Institutional Review Board for the Protection of Human Subjects in Research on May 24, 2013. You will have the option of printing a copy of your consent form before beginning the study via the study website. Other things you will need to know is that by agreeing to take part in this study means that you will be responsible for completing up to 5 questionnaires about your child when including the YC-PEM for a second time. Please use the boxes below to let us know your wishes regarding these options. The first box has a question that says, do you agree to complete 3 online questionnaires? You can then choose yes or no. The second question asks, do you agree to fill out a 4th questionnaire, the Petticat, by telephone interview? You can then again choose yes or no. The third question asks, do you give us permission to contact you for the opportunity to participate in the retest portion of this study? It then goes on to say, this does not obligate you or your child to participate in the follow-up or part 3. And we will keep your preferred contact method in a locked area only accessible to our team for this purpose only. You can then again choose yes or no. On the website where you will sign the informed consent, it is done electronically. By typing your name and date, it represents your formal signature. By signing and clicking submit on the website, you are acknowledging that you have read this information and willingly sign the consent form. After submitting, you can print this form for your records. It will read, "I consent to my child's participation in this research study. I have been informed of the risks, benefits, and procedures in the research study. I have been given a copy of this form and a chance to read it." You will then type your name and date it and click submit if you do consent to participate. Again, if you have any questions, please contact Dr. Marikatani or CPERL, and we will be happy to answer those for you. Thank you.